everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got a headache. I'll just tell you that. Right in there, Coop. I've been busy editing some photos that I took earlier. I had to go and take some photos of a colt that is going to the sales. This is a racing colt. I say racing colt, he's not a racehorse yet, but he's going to be a racehorse. And the thing is, I love photography so much that there's a lot of sirens going on in the background. So I had to edit those photos as soon as I got back, because also they needed them quite quickly. But it's an addiction. Like, as soon as I've taken photographs, I want to upload them and look at them. And I don't know where I read it once, but someone said the job you should do is the job that you would happily do for free. And actually, photography is a job I would happily do for free because I love it that much. It's just I don't think it's a particularly stable job, and it's already quite a flooded market. So that's why I haven't chosen to do it as a job, or not a full-time job anyway. But I do absolutely love it, and I've taken a lot of photos this week. And it is the one thing that makes me super tired is staring at the computer screen, because I'm just not used to it. And so if I sit down and edit for a few hours some photos and stuff, I'm absolutely pooped. So yeah, I feel like my eyes are really heavy. Anyway, that's not what I really came on to talk about. I am going to go and give Sienna a quick lunge because it is now Thursday. She had her SIs medicated on Monday. I thought she was a little bit sore the day after. Not surprising, because if you've ever seen a horse have its SIs medicated, the size of the needles are humongous. Not for the faint-hearted. They're huge because, you know, they've got to go quite deep. So she did look a little bit sore the day after, but I'm pretty sure she's fine now. She's been walking in and out the field looking very comfortable. So I'm kind of like holding my breath, not literally, but for this, because I want her to look amazing. I want her to trot round and look kind of light on her feet and have swing through her body and her back, and just I want her to look amazing. So yeah, no galloping. We don't want to see any galloping around. No head on the floor. Wish me luck. So I just lunged Sienna in a collar because she's pretty good to lunge. I was really pleased. She moved, I mean, firstly, she was very forward. I thought her hind end looked far more active than I've seen it in a long time. Her stride length had lengthened. She had more power. She was more uphill. She did, however, try to have a bit of a gallop on the end of the lunge. She also did some pretty sizable bucks. I'm not sure whether that's because she was feeling good or quite what, I wasn't sure, but overall, I was happy. Evening, guys. Excuse the wind, it's quite blustery. Just down the bottom of my field with the dog. Moving the fence for tomorrow. If I stand back, this is the kind of little section they've been given. It's very difficult getting it right because Coop can eat as much as he likes. He really can. Sienna, not the same. She can't afford to eat much at all, really. So trying to make sure that Coop's getting enough, but Sienna's not getting too much, but still enough to keep her happy. It's very difficult. And you can see the rest of the field looking very bare. I'm trying to cross the field so I can get out of the wind. I cannot tell you how much of a relief it was to see the way Sienna lunged this afternoon. Like, the biggest relief, because for so long I've been going, she doesn't move right. There is something not right about her. She doesn't work properly. Her hindquarters don't work properly. I've said this over and over again. And plenty of people have said to me, are you sure she's not just being marish and that you need to get after her, or you need to put her on Regulate or something like that? And other people are, are you sure it's not a behavioural issue and she just needs a bit of a telling off, blah, blah. And I've all along stood my ground and gone, no, I don't think it is that. I think she's in pain of some description. And to see her hindquarters actually move properly, to see her step through more, to see her hindquarters actually active, her actually lifting her feet up, the stride lengthening, just, you know, her more uphill. Oh, it's just a relief. I don't think it'll last, sadly. I really don't, because it didn't last time. But this is how my horse looked when I brought her as a 3-year-old. You know, had this lovely movement. I went, ooh, you move nicely. I've not seen that for quite some years, apart from when we medicated her SIs last time. And I said to you guys that was the one time I remember looking at her and thinking, yes, she can move. And it's happened again. So, you know, medicating the SIs seems to have such a massive impact on her. It'll be interesting to see how long it lasts this time, because last time it only lasted about 8 weeks, which isn't great. And even if this still doesn't work out and she still ends up not really having a ridden career or anything like that, I know that there was a very clear difference in the way she moved and the activity in her hindquarters. So there is something wrong. Yeah, so I feel I was just buzzing really because the difference was mega and it just was lovely to see her move properly. Morning guys, from me and Sienna. Got up nice and early today, up by 5:30, sort of fed them by 5:30 anyway, and out by 6. Saying that, road's still very busy, like really busy. All these poor people that have to start work so soon. I am hoping there's no cows on it. Literally, I haven't hacked anybody for a week, and I haven't taken Sienna out on her own for 2 weeks, and she definitely is feeling a little green this morning. She was a bit sticky to get off the drive, but I don't know where the cows are at the moment, and we live in quite a cow village, so I'm really hoping there's no cows down here because we definitely don't need that today. She's definitely, you're not getting the cow. Oh, this is why I can't ride one-handed. Cow parsley, she is naughty. I'm going to go. While Madam has a little cow parsley break, it's really important in these next few weeks that we do a lot more sort of schooling work with her now because the arena isn't great and I'm trying to limit how much I go in there. That's going to mean schooling on the road. So already today I started by doing a little bit of lateral work with her, a little bit of leg yield, a little bit of flexion. I'm going to ask for a little bit of shouldering in a minute. Just got to try and build her core strength and her back muscles to hope that she can carry herself. And as I said last time I medicated her exercise, I didn't do that. I just hacked. And even though that would have helped a little bit, it wasn't enough. So this time we need to really work her to see if we can strengthen her. We've got to do everything we can to try and make her be able to carry herself, to see if in the future, you know, she can get past these SI problems. Got an itch. So that's the plan. So far, so good. And no tongue rolling, which is really good to see. So yeah, I'm going to go back to it. We are back and that was good. It was a good ride. I did lots of walk-trot transitions on the second half of the ride, had a little trot up the hill, and I thought her downward transitions did feel better. They weren't perfect, but she had a lot more control over them. So that's exciting. And she just felt kind of quite happy doing it on the road and like listening. And so yeah, good ride. I think I'm going to have to get up early and do the same thing tomorrow. Morning. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. So it's Saturday morning, about 7 o'clock. I decided to do the hill ride with Sienna to, you know, use her hindquarters, and the majority of the ride was actually pretty good. The start of the ride, not so good. She kicked up a massive fuss about a car, the way it was parked. Very unlike her. It's not the sort of thing she tends to look at. But she was having none of it. She planted in the middle of the road. She then went backwards quite a bit, so much so I actually ended up back in my driveway, which was not great, and had to go back out again. Had a lot of traffic for some random reason, which meant I didn't have time to kind of allow her to look and then kind of coax her through it. So in the end, I had to just get off because I thought we're not going to get past at this rate. But once I was back on, the rest of the ride was pretty good. So just a bit of a rough start. Morning, guys. I didn't realise, but this ride this morning, the road's closed, so I can't do the ride I was planning on doing. It's going to be a little bit shorter, which is annoying. I am on Mr. Cook, and we have Grumpy Chops there. I think someone's in season. She's not overly joyful. Some of her facial expressions are just hilarious. Never mean to me, though. Never. But poor Mr. Cook, the faces she pulls at him. He doesn't do anything wrong either. It would make sense why she was a bit sticky yesterday, I think. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. So I thought I'll ride and lead today. Coop needs a bit of exercise. Tell you what, the amount of cars that keep coming down this road, even though it says it's closed, is impressive. It's not really that quiet at all. They get to the end, then they got to turn around and then come back again. I think Sienna's enjoying her ride and lead. Her expression on her face, even right now, is just, she's not really with us. She's just, you know, just needs to be left alone. Oh, angry face. Morning, guys. It's Monday. I feel quite tired. I went on a really long walk yesterday. Slightly knackered me. I'm taking this rug off because I found this in the tack room and I thought, oh, it's pretty new. But I remember it didn't fit Sienna, so I'd left it and I thought, oh, put that on Coop because he slightly wrecked his Swedish rug. Oh, big mistake. Big mistake. I don't know, sometimes I just don't use my brain because He is so sensitive skin-wise, and because he's been so much better over the last few years because I don't ride him as much, and so just overall his skin health has been a lot better because of not riding him as much. I forget and do daft things like put different rugs on him, and it doesn't work. It can set his skin off so quickly. And I heard this morning he was going around the stable wall, walloping them one, and I thought, I knew full well that was my fault. So I'm hoping we don't start a whole new itch cycle. And I will put on the other disgusting sweet itch rug, which has got a massive hole in it, because obviously that's what works for him and suits him. I just wonder if the sweet itch rug is quite loose fitting, and I wonder if it allows his skin to breathe better, whereas this, I think it's a Mark Todd fly rug, kind of sticks to them a bit more, and I wonder if that was the problem. Anyway, I mean, it could, you can see here, you see the bit of a rash come up. Oh, look at his face. I think you've done that to yourself though, mate. I think that's where you were going up and down. Well, I mean, he could have been bitten, but I'm not actually feeling a bite. I would guess, oh, there's so much heat in it as well. I would guess he started rubbing early and he's now created an issue. Oh, it's very hot. Oh, that's good. That's great. No doubt we'll end up with a lovely big itch. He's done so well as well recently. He's been, barely itching. Now I've started this. Excuse the footage, guys. I know it's absolutely shocking. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to find a way to sort this out, because in a second I go downhill. Literally, my phone nearly fell off the fence. So this was Sienna's first schooling session since she had her SIs medicated, and it's been a week. And it was a mixed bag. I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little bit disappointed. The positives were that she was moving so much better, her downward transitions were better, she was sort of holding herself better, she felt straighter, which is really nice, because there's been times when she's felt so wobbly. So there were those positives. The negatives were that she was still tongue rolling, at times she was still very overbent, she was sticky to begin with to get her going. She didn't feel uber relaxed, which is what I'm really looking for when I am schooling her. As you can probably tell from the tone of my voice in the video, I just felt a bit disappointed. I think a bit disheartened that she didn't feel as relaxed and as happy as I was hoping she would, because I have had those few schooling sessions where she feels at such ease and then she is such a joy to ride. And I think I had was really thinking this was going to be the day I was going to get on her in the arena and she was just going to feel unbelievable, and it wasn't quite the case. But I think I was probably being a bit unrealistic of what to expect from her. She is green. The amount of ridden work she has done over her life is actually very small. And so it might just take a bit of time. I think it'll just become clearer over time. It'll go one way or another, won't it? So we keep going, and we just see how we get on. So yeah, mixed bag this week, but there are still plenty of positives there. I will see you guys next week.